Hello, my name is Jeff. Today's demo will be high-level overview of the SMAC GRC application. We'll try to keep it high level as possible, cover as much ground as possible, so you can kind of see what it's all about. So within this system, we can manage controls. We have a controls library. You can include your narratives. Controls definition is control setups. This is where you define your frequency and who is going to be getting the notifications to certify their controls, to do their controls. Control instances. These are individual instances of a control operating. So if it's a quarterly control, there would be one instance every quarter for the control. If it was a monthly control, then there would be 12 throughout the year. Control framework design. So if you want to track approvals for control framework for particular areas of the business, so for example, if you want to track approval of a control framework for a particular system, you can do that through this module here. Observations. So you can assign observations to controls, to audit projects, to risks, and so forth. And observations will have actions. So actions can be assigned to people to actually do stuff. These people that you assign things to, whether it's actions or controls assessments, risk surveys, those people don't need to necessarily be users of the system, which is nice. What happens is all you need is an email address and a name. That person will get a link in an email, and that link will have a token that will open up their particular records when they click on it. Project definition. So these are like audit projects. So we can set up a definition for audit projects, and what that does is if you want to repeat a project year to year, this is basically a template that you can copy from and create a project. Let's click into projects just briefly so you can kind of see what this is about. So the nice thing about the tool is you can add fields, whatever fields you want. You can add, if you want to delete fields, you can delete fields. You can change the whole look of this form, change the order of the fields and so forth. If you want to change the drop downs, that is really easy to do. And I'll show you that in a minute. You can also organize information by these tabs, so that is really nice. So you can see for projects we have we can add PBC items and assign them to people. You can add tasks, so this would be for the folks doing the project. You can assign tasks to certain individuals. You can, if you're going to do a control assessment, you can add your control assessments in here. You can also track time, which is really nice, both your planned time and your actuals. And you don't have to enter it here. You can enter it in another table, so you don't have to go into each project you're doing and enter your time. You can enter it all into one place. Observations, and obviously attachments and so forth. You can add review comments and also an audit log. So the nice thing about the audit log is it tracks changes to fields for all the different tables that are in the system. So that's projects in a nutshell. Control assessment definition. So same thing. You can create a template for control assessments. These control assessments, they can be added to a project. So if you're doing an audit, you'd want to probably do that. But you can also send them to third parties for vendor management. So say you want to send a list of control questions to a third party, whether it's a SaaS or another vendor. You can do that. And these are the individual controls assessments. Risk registers, you can track your risk registers, which is, can be really helpful. Your individual risks are here. You can send out risk surveys to get an idea from a wide number of people what the risks are in the organization. Reports. So it's very easy to create reports in here. You can create your own personal reports, and you could save them so you could see them here. That is everything in a nutshell. Let me go back to the dashboard here, and I'll show you how to change things, how easy it is to change some of these fields. So these are basically all the drop downs. So if we want to change what domains show up in the drop down, then we can do that. So we have 75 domains that we can add. So domain names, these are domain names. So we have NIST domains, we got SOX domains, and adding them is as easy as this. Create a new domain. And we would add it there. We can also upload via Excel. That's really easy to do. You can also delete. So if we just want to delete a bunch of these, we can do that. Okay. So anything that's a drop down, you can change right here on this page. Also, if we want to change some of the fields, I can show you how to do that. So say we want to add a field to the control library. We come over here, create a new field, name it whatever we want. There's lots of different types of fields: text, text multi-line, multiple choice, multi-select is really nice, dates, users, email address. We create formula fields, which is very handy. So that's how we create new fields. If you want to change the form, how it looks, you go to forms. We can change what fields show up here, how they show up. You can change the labels. Very easy to do again. So I think that's about it. Add relationships. Let me show you that briefly. Really easy to add a relationship. So, you just choose the table you want and, what sort of relationship you want and so forth. So anyways, hope that is helpful. That's our demo for today. Please let us know any questions that you have. Thanks.